following program is an exclusive Disruption Networks production.
It's Bowling for the Bahamas and Celebrity Bowling Challenge to benefit the Bahamas Disaster Relief Fund. Sunday, December 1st, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. AMF Panorama Lanes, 1724 Genesee Street, Utica. Come have fun and enjoy a few games of bowling for a good cause. There will be prizes, food and drink specials, and some special challenges mixed in along the way. $20 per bowler or $100 per team includes 2 games and shoe rental. All proceeds go directly to the Bahamas Relief Foundation. That's Bowling for the Bahamas and Celebrity Bowling Challenge, presented by Disruption Network, Holy Pozzoli, and AMF Panorama Lanes. Sunday, December 1st, 1724 Genesee Street, Utica.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at Nye Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned, or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my Nye VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome, or visit us online at nyvwofrome.com.
Want to know what's going on at the D? Hit up DisruptionNetwork.net and check out our events calendar, brought to you by the Events Co. Find out about upcoming guests, special events, concerts, show schedules, community activities, and more. Get connected at DisruptionNetwork.net.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you will support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
EC Radio, Disruption Networks. Disruption Networks.
What's cracking, Earthlings? How you doing? How was your weekend? Hope you had a good one. It's EC Radio time. Da-na-na-na. Time to disrupt your afternoon with that little distorted voice coming through your ear holes. It's me, Ma. How are ya? Big ups to my friend, my new friend, Bruce Pavitt from Sub Pop Records, for having what a great little seminar he had at MVCC on Friday night. That was really cool to learn the history of grunge music and Nirvana and all the cool things that happened in Seattle back in the early 90s and late 80s and early 90s. So big ups to MVCC and Bruce Pavitt. Also big ups to my friends over at Utica Coffee Roasters. Wake the hell up. Where is my coffee? Where is my coffee? I'm fueled by Utica Coffee every day on a daily basis. This is the Ethiopian roast. Pam, you drinking coffee?
No, not right now. I'm not drinking coffee right now. If I drink it right now, I will not sleep tonight.
You won't?
No, I won't.
Are you a coffee drinker?
I am. In the morning, I live on it. Yeah.
How many cups do you think you have a day?
Probably 2 to 3.
2 to
in the
3?
Morning, yeah.
You cut yourself off, though?
I do. I have to.
Yeah.
I do.
I'm like an alcoholic with coffee.
I'm like that old lady now, though, that likes decaf in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah?
Because I just like the taste of coffee, yeah.
Do they make Sanka anymore?
I don't know. What is Sanka?
Wow, you never heard of Sanka?
No.
It must be after your time.
It must be.
Or before your time.
my time. One or the other. Yeah.
Sanka with the thing. It's just like ground up coffee and water and yeah. Yeah, it was in
Sounds awful.
little packets.
Oh,
And stuff.
God.
When you said old ladies, I don't
Yeah.
know. That's what.
Well, my
Sanka
grandfather
flipped in
used
my
to
head.
have like the instant coffee that he'd like get out of the jar and then mix in with hot water.
That's exactly what Sanka
Awful.
was.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Awful. Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
What isn't awful is Utica Coffee. I love them so much.
Fantastic.
You can find them online, wakethehellup.com. Also, much love to EJA Moving Services, Utica Hemp Company and my friends over at Nye Volkswagen in Rome. Mention the D, $250 off your vehicle purchase at Nye Volkswagen in Rome. Pam Mustee in the house with me from the American Heart Association. We've got Cyclenation coming up on Thursday.
I can't believe it's like here.
Afternoons. Now, you were here in the summertime talking about it.
Yeah, I was in the summer with Megan from the chamber talking about it.
It feels like it was like 2 weeks ago.
I know.
Really does.
It does. I know. It's crazy. Like time just, working at the Heart Association has been so amazing. I've been there for almost 9 months now, which I felt like yesterday I was like going, oh, I've been here for 6 months. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going to be a year in February. So, but I love it. And it keeps us so busy in such a positive manner that you're right. Time just completely flies by.
Yeah. I told you earlier when we had this conversation before we started, but I feel like the weeks go like it goes like Monday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and starts back on Monday again.
Yeah,
there's only 4 days in the week instead of like 7.
Right, like you miss some in there somewhere. Yeah.
And nowadays the hours seem like there's only 20 hours in a day instead of 24.
Oh, for real?
Just goes by.
Especially for those out there that have kids, like if you have little kids, especially my 4-year-old, like I don't even know what happens some days. I just know that I have to get up and do it all over again the next morning.
Like we're embarking on 2020.
I know.
Like it's November. What's it, the 4th today?
I know.
November 4th?
We already have the date set for Cyclenation for 2020. It's nuts. And we haven't even had this one yet.
That's awesome.
But we're constantly planning. And it is. It is awesome. But
so let's talk about Cyclenation.
Yeah.
It's coming up at Thrive Athletic Center.
Yep. In New Hartford.
In New Hartford on Seneca Turnpike.
Yeah.
And tell everybody what Cyclenation is all about.
So Cyclenation is super cool in the sense that it brings forth a stroke first initiative. So the American Heart Association is also the American Stroke Association, and many people don't often recognize the two as the same organization, but we are.
Have they always been the same organization?
Always. Yep.
Always?
Yep. Always.
Okay.
And so if you go to heart.org or you go to stroke.org, that information that you're getting is from the American Heart Association and our top researchers throughout the nation. So they're both valuable resources. So they needed to find a way to put stroke first to help recognize the idea surrounding cardiovascular and cerebrovascular health. So when you say cardiovascular, cardio means heart, vascular is your veins. People don't often understand, and I'm not a medical professional, but I'm learning all of this as I go. So sometimes people don't often understand that your vascular system is your brain. That's part of your vascular system as well as your heart. So one can literally not function without the other, right? And you would think that would be, sort of common sense, but often people don't necessarily think about it unless, it's something that has affected you in one way or another. So, through the Heart Association's research on a national level, as well as right here local, MVHS is a huge supporter of this event for us, and we're really excited to have them a part of it. And we've been working with their stroke center here locally. And through their local data, they have found that more than 50% of the people that are stroke survivors that are being seen for stroke in our community right here in the greater Utica area are under the age of 50 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
You would think it'd be much higher.
I know, because everybody thinks of like stroke as, forgive the phrase, but an old person's disease, like they think that, you have to be an elderly person to be affected by stroke. And that's just not the case. MVHS right now is seeing patients that are 10 years old, that are 17 years old, that are in their early 20s. My good friend, Katie Manella, who is going to be riding the Survivor bike for us, she's 39. She had a stroke last fall. So she's going to tell her story at the event on Thursday. So Cyclenation is, again, a stroke first initiative that really puts the focus on younger people and this epidemic that we're experiencing. It's important to note, though, that we are making progress. So stroke used to be the number 2 killer in the United States. It's dropped to number 5.
Oh, wow.
It's still the number 1 disabler of people in the United States, but it has dropped to the number 5 killer. So more and more people are surviving stroke. And so what we want people to understand is that stroke is beatable, treatable, and preventable. So 80% of strokes could be preventable, even if you're predisposed to it.
And how do you prevent them?
Well, it's not for lack of hard work. It's diet, it's exercise, it's seeing your physician, it's knowing your numbers, knowing what your blood pressure is and what a good range is. I just saw my doctor this morning. My blood pressure came in at a solid 130/80, which is right perfect, which I was very excited about. And so it's knowing where that lands on that scope, and what are you at risk for, and what numbers put you at risk, and how can you then do the work to make that change.
And go out there, and I think more people need to exercise, especially in our area.
Oh, for sure.
And get out there. And diet is another very important.
Yep.
Diet. Start eating on a healthy regimen, and also just being active.
Yeah, and sleep. Sleep is huge. So, especially for brain health.
What's the recommended dosage of sleep?
So it's 6 to 8 hours of sleep for an adult, and everybody's different, right? So you can't say, everybody has to get 8 hours of sleep, because everybody's body is different.
Yep.
So, but the recommended is 6 to 8 hours of sleep, and so. But that's good, genuine sleep. So, get off your screens at least an hour before you're going to go to bed. Make sure you're sleeping in the pitch black dark. I mean, I'm 38, still afraid of the dark, but I do it. I shut the lights off, but, make sure that it's quiet. I'm constantly yelling at my husband, and if he's watching this right now, he's going to laugh, but I will literally text him from the bedroom, be like, can you please turn the TV down? Because I can't rest my mind. And so, you need to be able to shut the world off and just genuinely get good rest.
You think looking at the screens all night can help you have a stroke a little bit?
Well, not necessarily help you have a stroke, but it'll keep you awake. So it won't let your body rest, right? Yeah, it can definitely damage your eyesight, that's for sure. But no, it's more about just allowing your brain to come down from that and to be able to relax prior to going into sleep, so that you can make sure that you're hitting, all the proper stages of sleep, so that your body can properly recharge.
You meditate?
It helps. So I tried meditating, but I think I'm a little bit too crazy to meditate. My mind just keeps going. I can't get to that perfect place. But, for me, I love yoga. I find that I'm able to quiet my mind during yoga. And I've recently started doing the blast at Body by Design Group Fitness, and I'm actually going to get certified to be an instructor.
Nice.
So that's been my great cardio workout as of late, and I love it. It's a total fun. All you think about in there is dancing. It's a partnerless ballroom dancing class, and it's it literally is a blast. It's so much fun.
Does the American Heart Association offer some sort of exercise class?
So we don't offer a class. However, we do offer infographics online. Mm-hmm. So there's an infographic about how you can work out at your desk. There's infographics about workplace yoga. There's infographics about the recommended amount that you should walk for your weight. So if you're somebody that weighs 150 pounds, how long do you have to walk to lose 10 pounds for your weight? So we have those statistics that are on the website as well.
Right on. And what's the website address?
www.heart.org, or you can also access it at stroke.org as well.
Is this some kind of avenue that you guys would explore about having fitness classes or anything like that? Or?
I don't know. That's a great question, and I'll have to bring that back with me. But it's definitely something I think that we could, look into doing for sure if there was a need for it. I know that we're working with different organizations. So Cyclenation is a fundraiser, and part of that fundraising, we are very fortunate, comes back to this community in the way of community impact grants that the Heart Association gives. And so we're working with several different organizations on, letting them know that, yes, we now have this funding and here's what we do fund. And so we've been able to work with great organizations in the past, like the Utica Zoo, for example, has part of their walking trail is because of a grant from the Heart Association. So you can apply for dollars. We're getting ready to launch that website, and it'll go up publicly soon. But it's us, it's Utica, New York City, and Boston. We're the only 3 markets that are able to raise enough money to be able to bring that money back here to our community and give it back in the way of grants.
Excellent.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
Very cool. Back to Cyclenation, which is coming up on Thursday.
Yes.
It starts at what time?
So registration starts at 3:30. Mm-hmm. The ride will kick off at 5 p.m., go till 7 p.m., and then from 7 to 8 will be the after party award ceremony, if you will. well. So you got to come out. We have a huge vendor area where our sponsors will be set up also. So we have NYCM Insurance, who is a huge supporter of the Heart Association. We definitely could not do the work that we do without them. They support us in many ways. Mountainside Medical Equipment and their new product, Mountain Ice, will be there. We're very excited to have them a part of it for us.
I love Mountain Ice.
Right? Isn't it it's fantastic. You can get it on their website. You can go right up to their place in Marcy and buy it. It is wonderful.
They gave us a bunch of it at the State Fair when we were doing the production at the State Fair.
It's the best stuff.
And I took most of it and put it in my duffel bag.
Yeah, right. I know.
With me. So
you can come and get more at Cyclenation.
All right, cool. I love it.
So yeah, and then in Ford English Financial Group also is another sponsor for us, and so we're very lucky to have them. And the Rozier Communications Group is our media sponsor, and they've been huge supporters of us as well. And actually, 2 of their Bug Country DJs are going to MC for us also.
Oh, cool. So how many stationary bikes will you have set up for Cyclenation?
So this year we have 30 stationary bikes with 4 people per bike. So you have a 4-person team and you ride in relay. So each rider will ride and do literally like an indoor cycling class, or like what's commonly known as a spinning class for anybody that's been. So you will do that for 25 minutes. Then there'll be a 5-minute switch time. And then you'll go for another 25 minutes with rider number 2, and so on. So the idea,
like partners type of thing.
Yeah, it's a team. It's a team event. Yeah, exactly.
How many to a team?
4 people per team,
Gotcha.
and then you ride for 2 hours. Mm-hmm. So it's like a 25-minute ride for each rider.
Oh, cool. That's not that bad.
Yeah, no, it's not that bad. And, everybody's like, well, I didn't know there was going to be an instructor. Is this going to be hard? And I'm like, no, you can go at your own pace. Like, that's the best part about it. So we just want to promote exercise at any level. So whether you're there chilling with a beer on the bike, just pedaling to pedal and be a part of it, that's just as cool as the person that comes decked out with the bike shorts ready to ride, because we love everybody and we want everybody to have a good time at this.
Would that be considered drinking and driving, though?
I mean, it's stationary,
okay.
So
so it's legal.
I think we're safe. Yeah, I think we're safe.
So you're encouraging alcohol?
No, not at all.
You said beer.
Well, I just, I mean, every good event has to have something.
You said beer, my ears perk up.
Yeah, well, it's allowed. We will not have soda there because it is against AHA scientific standards. We do not promote soda or anything super sugary. So, yes, beer has carbs, but it's a different type of sugar. So,
Gotcha. And then what happens at the award ceremonies afterwards? You just
so there's 3 awards that are going to happen. Okay. So there's the top fundraising team award, and then there's the top individual fundraiser award. And for the first year ever, and I think we are the only Cyclenation that I know of that I can find in the nation that is doing a distance competition. So each one of our bikes will have a computer on it, and that will track the revolutions around the wheel. And so this is sort of a brainchild of Jerry Caprero from Caprero Technologies, as well as doing a little brainstorming with Rob Esch and his team from the Utica Comets. They, kind of challenged me with this, getting a leaderboard together and being able to do some sort of interactive leaderboard portion to this event. And so Jerry's company, Caprero Technologies, very generously donated this entire leaderboard and the website for us.
Oh, wow.
And so, yeah, it's beautiful. So what happens is each team, after each leg of the race, the team captain will take a picture of the computer on the bike. And then a volunteer will go around, collect that data, and we will then plug it into the leaderboard, which will get automatically updated after each leg of the race. So going into that 4th leg of, I'd say race, it's really a ride. I mean, you're not going anywhere, but it's stationary. So after each leg of the ride. So as we go into that 4th leg of the ride, it's really still anybody's game. So there will be a prize for that team, though, that is able to ride the longest distance.
Is it in real time?
Yeah, well, real time, it'll get updated after each leg of the race. Okay. So we don't, unfortunately, so when you move a spin bike, it's no longer connected to the studio computers, because we're going to be actually on the tennis courts at Thrive. So we have to do a little bit of manual work in order to get this to function properly. Mm-hmm. So it will get updated every half hour, but you'll be able to tune in live from home. So you'll be able to watch it at home. There's a way to donate. So you will also see the top 3 fundraising teams on there. So if you're like, ooh, team ABC's like second, but if I donate $50, I can get them over the edge and they could win, then you can do that, and you're able to donate to that team, which makes it really fun.
Is there a walk-up? Can people just walk up and
Oh, yeah.
register?
The event is well, not to register, no. So all the teams are pre-registered. And we
Pre-registered.
actually only have 2 bikes left right now.
Okay.
To fill. So we're almost sold out.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's
How cool.
fantastic. We're really excited
And
about it.
this is a first-time event, too.
First time event, and we're almost sold out. Yeah,
High-fiving
thank you. I know, we're high-fiving. So we're super excited about that. And we, I lost my train of thought. I got so excited about the high five. You're killing me. So, but so we're almost sold out. We have 2 bikes left, but yes. So the event is free. So we are encouraging everyone to come and check it out. So the event is free. Come to Thrive. You can walk in the door, come in and check it out. Look at all the vendors, show our vendors some love. There is like a health expo component that's going to be set up there. We have some great vendors that are going to be set up there. One of those vendors is Universal Wellness, and Audrey Ventura is actually going to be riding the Survivor bike for us too.
Oh, okay.
I just found out last week, Audrey shared her story with me, and she is a 2-time stroke survivor and has also had a TIA. So she will be riding for us as well. And we also have a celebrity bike, and Megan's going to be on that bike.
Nice.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. Megan Frazier from the Greater Chamber of Commerce, Gary Heenan from UC Men's Hockey. We have Kathy White from Coldwell Banker Faith Properties. And then we have Dr. Reddy from MVHS. And Dr. Reddy's a powerhouse. Him and his team have been, beyond supportive of this event for us. And, we're really excited to have them all involved.
Are there any side bets going on amongst the celebrities?
I know, right?
There should.
I don't know. There should be. There really should be. Like, who's going to raise the most money that day? But the celebrity riders, it's really there to help spread awareness and, help increase that fundraising component for us.
How cool.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Very, very cool. Cyclenation's coming up on Thursday. Make sure you get out there and support it. And like Pam said, even if you're not registered, you can go and hang out. There's a little spectator area.
Yeah, even if you're thinking about getting involved. So next year's event, we're looking at more than tripling the size of the event. We're looking to do 100 bikes with 8-person teams. So you're talking going from 120 riders to the potential of 800 riders.
That sounds like a full day.
It is a full day, basically. Yeah. It's a 4-hour ride at that point. Each rider will still do a half hour, but it becomes 4 hours instead of 2.
Copy that.
And so we make it will be super interactive. And so we're really excited about what the potential holds for next year.
Super cool. You're already planning for next year on a first time
September 19th, 2020.
September 19th, 2020. Put it in your books.
Yeah.
Put it in the books. That's cool.
It's going to be great.
You can expand the time and the registration and the amount of bikes.
Yeah, I mean, we've just had such a great response to this initiative. And again, it's stroke first. So many people think, oh, I had a stroke and I guess it has something to do with my heart. Again, it's that educational piece, that awareness of letting people know that, that system's one and the same. So, the American Heart, the American Stroke Association, we are here to support you, in both of those avenues. Children, women, men, you name it. However you identify, we are here to support you with that.
What was this first city to do Cyclenation? Do you know off the top of your head?
Denver. And this year, Denver reached $850,000 with their event.
And now how many years have they been doing it? Do you know?
Started in 2016, so 3 years.
So it's fairly new.
So yeah, fairly new. So 3 years.
That's so cool.
They've been able to pull that together.
That you guys jumped on it so early.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. And the response that we've received around this event and the potential that we have for growth for next year, we're thrilled.
Right on.
Yeah.
Not only do you got
awesome.
Cyclenation coming up, but you're also taking registration. Like you're ready to go for Heart Walk.
Oh, yeah. Heart Walk is March 6th and March 7th. Again, at Utica College. Yep. Friday, March 6th. What is wrong with me today?
Monday.
It's the coffee. I need more coffee.
It's Monday.
I should have taken you up on that coffee.
You should have.
Friday, March 6th is the... You're killing me. So yeah, that's the Health Expo, the Healthy for Good Health Expo at Utica College. And then the 7th is the actual run and walk in Utica.
Which is always a great time.
It's a great time.
I love that.
Yeah.
And we got to get registration up. Was it down a little bit last year?
It was a little bit last year, but I think people are so nervous about the weather. It's feedback that we get like all the time is that, oh my gosh, it's so cold. But, really the whole idea is to get out there and get moving, right? So you warm up your body, you get your blood pumping. Like, it's a great great experience, and to be in that massive crowd of people. And some people don't even know we have a run that starts up in Barneville that day. So we have an 18-mile run that starts up in Barneville, then we have a 10-mile run, and then we have the 5-mile run and the 5-mile walk, and then the 3 miles. So
it's a full weekend.
It's a full weekend, and we had over 5,000 people attend last year. So definitely, if spinning's not your thing, get out there and walk with us, because we have something for everybody, literally.
And I've got a message to all the complaints out there. You live in upstate New York. Of course it's cold in March. Right. Suck it up. Get some hand warmers. Put on some gloves.
Yeah.
A hat or something. It's cold in March. It's what happens. Get out there and support your community.
Well, and I get it. We all complain about the winter, even though we all live here, right?
We get so weak, though.
We did.
We got so weak around here.
We did. I told you before we started, I fully made the commitment to try to ski this year. So, I refuse to be one of those people that stay inside all winter. I want to stay active. And so I'm definitely going to make the commitment myself to be out there.
And winter is here.
It is here.
You can feel it just today alone.
It is here.
It's getting cold.
Yeah. And, I'll tell you too, for all the, the poor feedback on the weather we've received 10 times more awesome feedback from the people that support us every single year. We have a phenomenal drove of volunteers for the Heart Association that we could not pull off Heart Run and Walk Weekend without them. And, I know that they all know who they are as I'm speaking right now, because there's way too many names for me to list.
So many.
Their dedication to our mission and to the Heart Association's movement in Utica is second to none. I mean, I've worked for many nonprofits, and while they've all had great volunteers, I've never seen the army of volunteers like I have here at Heart. And it's so inspiring and so impressive that, they're second to none for sure.
How many volunteers do you think you have total?
Oh, why you got to test me?
That's what I do.
I'm still new. I haven't even had a full year yet. But
supposed to ask questions.
there's definitely a couple hundred volunteers for sure. We definitely have over 150 volunteers. We also have components to our Heart Run and Walk that we don't have in other parts of the nation. So the cool thing about our Heart Run and Walk, it's the only one that is designated as America's greatest Heart Run and Walk, because not only were we the first run and walk ever for the Heart Association that started all the rest of them, but we were also the first to ever make it to $1 million. And we still, in Utica, New York, hold national benchmarks that other markets in our country can't even come close to meeting.
Yeah, take that, big markets.
The amount of, team participation and volunteer participation, and we are knocking it out of the park. We are killing it here. So, imagine what we could do if we could get all those naysayers on board that would come out for the day, even if it's cold. We're already blowing it out of the water. We'd kill it. It's amazing.
It's a great gathering. And back to the volunteers. Every year, I've been doing it for 10 plus years. You go back and you see the same volunteers over and over again. It's almost like a first name basis.
And they're a family. It's really great. We have, Alan and Dorothy are two people that come into our office on a regular basis as Heart Walk comes. And Dorothy also helps us with all of our red cap, and their family is very heavily involved with a big team in the walk, the Swider family, Team Victoria. And they are wonderful. They are just there for whatever we need, and they will bend over backwards to make it happen. They're powerhouses, and each volunteer after is just like them. They just follow suit, and it's hugs and how are yous, and when people come into the office, and it's like a big family. It's great.
Yeah, it's a gathering, a reunion of everybody.
It is. It really is.
Everybody getting together. Sarah Stevens saying, Cyclenation, get excited.
Sarah!
Is she pedaling?
She's going to be there.
Yeah.
We actually, as part of the Heart Association's educational component that day, we're going to have a stroke empathy station set up. And Sarah and our girl, Carrie Miller, who's our other development director in the office, will help man that booth for us. So they will be there educating people on stroke empathy and what it may feel like if they did have a stroke someday.
Mm-hmm. She has those demonstrations that you can do. And she came in on the one time, came on the show and had me button up a shirt with an oven mitt on.
Yes, exactly.
And it was very, very
the
difficult.
difficulty in that. Yeah. I mean, and there's also just, people could experience the stroke empathy every day just by using their non-dominant hand to do things. And so, it's just that uneasy, uncomfortable feeling. Your non-dominant hand is not as strong as your dominant hand. And, if you're right-handed, that your non-dominant hand would be your left hand and vice versa. So yeah, just by using your non-dominant hand to perform certain functions, you can sort of get the feel for, what it might be like if you ended up with some sort of physical disruption after stroke.
Disruption.
Yeah, see, I know.
That's all about the D.
It is.
No.
It is.
Back to the Heart Run and Walk.
Yeah.
Are you looking for more vendors? Is it open for?
So
vendors?
yeah, I mean, if anybody's interested in being a vendor, they can call our office. Or again, they can visit heart.org and send us a message, or they can just reach out to me or Sarah or Carrie directly, and we can get them the proper forms. But yeah, we would love for people to come and, have a vendor booth at the Healthy for Good Expo and, show their support. And there is a minimal cost to it, which I don't remember off the top of my head. But again, we can get you all that information if people are interested and want to reach out.
Is there sort of criteria for you to be a vendor?
So we basically, we have vendor spots open at Cyclenation too for Thursday, and so we basically just want people to promote the idea of health and wellness. So, and that can come out in many different ways, right? So, if you're a sleep doctor, you can promote the signs of the benefits of sleep. If you are a financial institution, you can help lower people's stress by getting them financially stable. So, right?
Right.
People don't often think about how much money stresses people out, and it really does.
It does.
Yeah, I mean, thinking about, the idea of life insurance, are people secure? Oftentimes young people, young professionals, dare I use the word millennials? I think it's a dirty word, but, people in that age group aren't often planning for those types of things. And so, I'm guilty of it. I was one of them until very recently. And so, having that set up, I now know my daughter's taken care of, should heaven forbid anything happen to me. And so now I can go on and focus on other things in my life because that's, checked off. And so it's just this idea of, making sure that people are organized in what they're doing with themselves. And so anybody that can help with that, whether it's, I don't know.
Maybe a gym or
gyms are more than welcome. Obviously, chiropractors, healthy eating facilities, people that maybe make food for other people, whatever it is. If your goal is to make people better in this community, we want to hear from you, and then we can help you. I have a local photographer, Carl Ermish from Marone Photography, is going to be a vendor for us at Cyclenation, and Carl's like, Pam, like, how do I make photography healthy? Like, how do I, do that? And I'm like, well, Carl, you hike while you do photography, correct? And he's like, oh yeah, all the time. And I camp, and Carl does beautiful landscape photography.
Yeah, I know.
So, and he's like, oh, that's perfect. I'm like, yeah, the idea of getting active while doing something you enjoy, like photography, so that whole, you can get creative with anything, basically. Whether it's healthy skin, we're going to have at Cyclenation, doTERRA oils, essential oils are coming. Like, we're going to have all kinds of things there that are going to promote health and wellness in some capacity.
Excellent. Hey, what's the date on Heart Run and Walk again?
Yep, March 6th and March 7th.
6th and 7th.
2020.
It's always a reunion for us, too, when we get together. And some of my friends I don't see till Heart Run and Walk every year. So
right. I know.
It's a lot of fun. And those people out there complaining about the weather, suck it up.
It is. Well, I mean, and if it's too cold for them in March,
we don't want you then.
They can always come out to Go Red in May. So it's
go.
much warmer, and we have our Go Red for Women luncheon May 6th this year. It's the first Wednesday in May.
Now, what's that again?
The Go Red for Women luncheon.
Go Red for Women.
Yep, and that's solely that promotes cardiovascular health in women, because women are more likely to be affected by cardiovascular disease and cardiovascular events.
What other organizations do you support, like charitable?
We just fundraise for us.
I know.
So
but what about
for the
you
Heart
personally?
Oh, me personally?
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Other charities
yes,
and stuff?
absolutely.
Yeah.
So me personally in the community, I'm on the board of directors for the Great Utica Chamber of Commerce. I'm a member of the Utica Rotary Club, and I'm also on the marketing and events committee for Leadership Mohawk Valley.
So you're busy.
No, not at all. I got nothing. I got nothing going on.
And
no.
a family and kids.
No, but you know what? I love it. Like my husband calls my crazy my happy place, and it is, and I am busy, and thank God I have him as a huge support system. And, my parents, my sister, his mom, his sisters, like they're just, there's strength in numbers, and it definitely takes a village. And, living in Utica, where we were born and raised, is part of that village. I mean, I couldn't imagine if we didn't live near them or have their support.
Did you ever leave the area?
Just for college. I went to Fredonia for my undergrad for 4 years.
And then you
came back. Yeah. Yeah, I love it here.
And you love it here.
I do.
I was in a meeting today, and one of the girls in the meeting said that she's starting to hear less of people wanting to get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
And it has been less of people wanting to get out of here, and more of like people are actually moving here.
It's nice when the only complaint I've heard recently about living in Utica is how cold it gets in the winter. That's literally it. Like, I'm no longer hearing, oh, there's no jobs, or oh, there's nothing to do, or oh, there's, you know what I mean? Like, that stuff I always heard when I was younger, and now the conversation has shifted, and it's so positive and so great that it's an exciting time for us in our community, and it's only going to get better. Right, exactly.
Yeah, the sky's the limit. A lot of cool things happening, and industries and companies moving to the area. It's going to be huge.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be great.
It's going to be huge. And the next 10 years is pretty bright. So hopefully we'll be right in the mix.
It will be, right? Exactly. I know.
In the mix. So Cyclenation coming up on Thursday at Thrive. Talk a little bit about Thrive Athletic Center.
So Thrive Athletic Center is an awesome facility. If you guys haven't been up there, please go check it out.
I have to check it out.
My girl Kat works the desk. She's wonderful. She's a manager up there. And Dr. Andy Lopez-Williams and his wife Danielle are the owners of the establishment as well. They're a great crew. They've done great things with the facility. So we're really excited to be having this event up there.
So is it just a normal gym or what?
Well, yeah. So they are unique in the sense that they have 3 indoor tennis courts. So you can actually play tennis all year round up there.
Really?
Yeah, it's really neat. And they're allowing us. And so I have a big thank you to all the members up there that do play tennis for letting us borrow your tennis courts for a few days to have this awesome Cyclenation event. But they do have 3 tennis courts up there, and you can play indoor tennis all year round. And I think Andy just recently put in some basketball hoops, so like people can go up and play some b-ball up there as well. And then they have a full gym facility as well as a group fitness room. So they're pretty much all service, all needs. And, I encourage everybody to go up and check them out.
Oh, I definitely got to check it out.
Yeah, it's very cool.
To be honest with you, this is the first time I'm hearing of the place.
Get out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's right in the Par Technology Business Park.
Okay.
And it's super easy to get to. And, it's unique in the sense that it's a little bit out of the way. So like, it's still until I just talked about it now, it was like kind of a great hidden secret. So, when you go there, you never really wait for any equipment. You can get in, you can get out. They have beautiful locker rooms, awesome facility. It's always clean. They serve Utica coffee there as well. So, they're doing good things up there.
Ah, very cool. I got to check that out. I live in a bubble, so.
Yeah, I think we all do in some respect.
Don't we?
Yes.
Don't we all? We all just live in a bubble, but that's such is life in the podcasting world.
It's true.
Having all these other side hustles and stuff. What other events do you guys at the American Heart Association put on? You do Cyclenation, you got Heart Run and Walk, you got Red for Women.
Go Red for Women,
You've got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so those are our 3 major fundraising events, but we do smaller educational pieces throughout the year. So we just did an event at Core Life Eatery for World Stroke Day that was on October 29th. Again, Dr. Reddy from MVHS and his team came out and talked to us a little bit more in depth about stroke and the risks and the prevention process, as well as the rehabilitation process. So, but then, we will do May is American Stroke Month, and then we have throughout the year, all different months that we will be doing. November is actually, I think it's Move More Month. Sarah, text in and let us know if I'm right or not. But each month it has a different initiative with the Heart Association, and we try to plan those events accordingly and ahead of time so that we can make sure that we're getting it out on social media to let our followers and constituent know when the event is, so they can come out and check it out and see us.
You're fairly new to the job, right?
Yeah.
When did you start?
Going on 9 months. February 18th was my first day. Yeah.
And what made you get involved?
So Sarah, actually, Sarah and I had breakfast and she told me about the job and I applied. So I had been in the nonprofit sector for a long time. And then I got my master's degree, from Newhouse in mass comm, and I specialized in PR, not really knowing what I didn't know about public relations, right? So I knew that if I wanted to expand my career, I needed to kind of educate myself a little bit further. And so through that, I found this, new love for the digital marketing world and how it pertains to PR and nonprofits. And how can nonprofits use digital marketing and social media to help increase their fundraising? How can they use that? Which is really cool because the Heart Association applies that to every event. So whether it's Go Red for Women, Cyclenation, or Heart Walk, you can raise money online and you can do it through social media. So we are a great example of that initiative. But prior to coming to Heart Walk, I was working for a digital marketing firm, and they're great people, and I love them. But it just wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me. Agency life was not for me. And so I was very fortunate that I had an awesome relationship with the owner. I still do. And I just had an honest conversation with him. And I said, I don't think this is for me. He goes, yeah, I know, it's okay. So it was like, we both kind of knew it. And so I wasn't really sure, what I wanted to do from that point. So I literally took 5 months off to kind of like reassess. Again, big thank you to my husband for supporting me through that. But, I didn't know. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And, I knew that I wanted to help people. I knew that I had this love for the nonprofit sector, but I also knew that I wanted to advance my career, which, we all do, right? So how do you do that? And, when I came across the Heart Association, I bumped into Sarah at a chamber event, actually, and she's like, hey, you want to have breakfast and talk about this? I was like, sure, why not? And so we met for breakfast right at Sammy's in the Village of New Hartford, and, here I am. So it worked out great. So thank you, Sarah, for recruiting me. But yeah, it's been a wild ride. And, through working at the Heart Association and learning about, health and wellness and fitness and the importance of all of that, I'm living proof of what the Heart Association does. So I've lost close to 30 pounds since I've started working there. Thank you. And over 13 and a half inches head to toe. So, the Heart Association, we don't just preach it, we live it. Yeah. And we, every day we're doing things to improve ourselves. They just gave us a whole step challenge throughout all our Eastern States region. And so we were all hooked up through this app, and we had to track our steps, and we got pretty competitive. So it was a lot of fun, but we had people taking the long way to go use the restroom, and we were walking on our lunches, and it's a ton of fun. But the Heart Association puts back into their employees and back into the communities what they're putting out there for information. So they're not just putting things out there to put them out there. We believe in it and we use it every day. And it's something that, has become such important pieces of our lives. And we're now working to get it to be important to everybody.
One thing I do want to bring up, because we talked about it before we started this podcast, is people have this misconception of when you do these events and these fundraising that the money that's raised goes nationally and doesn't stay local.
Right.
Can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. So we actually, again, we have an infographic that can show exactly where your dollar goes when you donate to the Heart Association. And, yes, a portion of that does go to national. So the American Heart Association funds cardiovascular and cerebrovascular research throughout the world, actually. But on a national level, in fiscal year 2018, we funded over $116 million in research grants.
Here locally?
Nationally.
Gotcha.
Over $116 million nationally.
That's a lot locally.
Well, no, that was national. And so, but the irony of that is that there was over $300 million that could not be funded because we could not raise the money to fund those. So that's really where our national fundraising push goes towards, to help fund those vital research projects that then come back into our area to save lives. So, again, prime example, after I had my daughter, I was borderline stroke and rehospitalized at MVHS for it. My blood pressure was so high, I lost my peripheral vision. I couldn't see. So now working at the Heart Association, I know that it was because of that research that was done that my life got saved. and that I'm here to talk to you today. So without that research, no matter where it's done, it's coming back here to this community to save lives of the people that we love. So the other component to that is a certain amount of that money that you fundraise does come back here direct in the way of community impact grants, which we will be giving out hopefully in the spring. We're waiting on that exact timeline, and we will publicize that timeline once we have it. But we do have the budget again this year to be able to give those community impact grants. And we're out training people in hands-only CPR. We're out doing lunch and learns, educating the public. We're partnering with our medical partners in this community to provide those lunch and learns. So you're not just hearing from me, again, who's not a medical professional, but I'm bringing somebody with me and using our connections through the Heart Association to make sure we're getting you the most current information and the most current data to help, again, educate and create awareness surrounding cardiovascular and cerebrovascular diseases.
How does that money locally get allocated? Like different.
So we have a committee. Yeah. So we have a committee. We have a community action committee.
Okay.
And once all those grant applications come into us, the community reviews them, and then they get awarded. And then once they're awarded, we let the project take place, if you will, and then we have a follow-up with the company again afterwards. So
prioritized list or something? Or?
No, it's based on a certain number of what do you call it? Criteria. Thank you. It's based on certain criteria that they have worked to develop over the years, again, in this community through our local committee. And then once those applications are in, they will pair it against the criteria. And, depending on how many applications we get, they will, award them accordingly.
Right on. Very cool.
Yeah.
So busy, though.
I know. It's great. I love every minute of it.
Do you sleep? Do you get your
Yes, I do.
hours of sleep? Do you?
I do.
Sure.
I do. I promise.
What's your normal sleep schedule? 5-6 hours?
Yeah, probably 6 or 7, actually. Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here. We got to get more sleep, though.
Once I can calm my mind down to actually go to sleep.
That's the tough thing, is shutting it down.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's what I have a problem with, shutting my brain off.
A lot of people do.
And shutting the phone off.
Oh, yeah, the phone's a big one.
Yeah, it doesn't stop ringing. It's been ringing since we've been talking.
Right, I'm sure.
Just hitting decline over here. Stop calling me. Some of these people,
I love it.
They know I'm doing.
Well, you're
me.
live, so I would think they would know you were on.
Anyway, Pam Mustee from the American Heart Association on with us. Cyclenation's going on Thursday. Go out and support it. There's 2 bikes left. You said
2 bikes left.
2 bikes left. And if they're interested in getting involved, how can they?
They can reach out to me, or they can register their bikes right on cyclenation.org/Utica.
Mm-hmm. So cool that this is a first-time event.
It is.
And it's really starting to take notice.
Yeah, it's awesome. We couldn't be more thankful for all the support that we've gotten so far.
And there's going to be a better turnout next year.
Yes.
Well, let's launch this year.
No, we're putting out the positivity. I'm already saying, next year's going to be great. And people are like, Pam, I'm like, no, really, it's going to be great. You got to put it in the universe to get it back, right?
Right, exactly.
Right.
So do you have like a DJ or any kind of music going on in the background for Cyclenation? Or?
Well, yeah, so the playlists are going to happen with the instructors, because it will, again, be just like a spinning. But we'll have some music going, and it's a party on a bike. That's literally how we promote it. It's what it is.
You got people running around yelling at you, drill sergeants?
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
No, we do. Some other markets. I had the unique opportunity to go down to Albany and watch their Cyclenation again, because I hadn't done one before. So I'm like, I got to see one. So I went to Albany, and they actually have a costume competition that happens.
Oh, cool.
So their teams dress up in costume. So they had the entire crew from Super Mario Brothers. And I'm not talking like just the shirt and the hat. These people were legit like Walt Disney World style costumes, like on these bikes with like the helmets for like the masks and stuff. And so we had the whole crew from Mario Brothers there. They had a whole hockey team there dressed with like the helmets, the whole 9 yards. They had another woman. She's a veterinarian. She dressed up as a heartworm. So she had the cone on her head. She rode her whole ride with the cone on her head like animals would. Like, it was nuts. She was awesome. She rocked it. So we're thinking about maybe implementing that next year as well, giving people an added boost of fun to the event.
Do you know if any of the other Cyclenation markets are coming to your event?
Yes. So the people from Albany are coming here to support. My
That's
girl
cool.
Jessica Pettengill and Mackenzie Shorter. And Mackenzie has a unique position because she's actually split between Utica and Albany. She's our community impact director, and so she's responsible for a lot of the health initiatives and the policy changes that the Heart Association works towards.
That's cool because you guys can exchange ideas.
Yep.
And maybe constructive criticism.
Absolutely.
Or whatever,
No, absolutely.
Just find better ways to tweak the event for next year.
And, if people do come to the event, I really want to encourage them to provide that feedback to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm only going to get better if I know what to fix, right? So I would love to hear some really positive, constructive feedback from people on what they think that we can do in future years to make Cyclenation even better. Because we don't know, right? We haven't done this yet.
First year.
So, right, first year. So I want to know. I want to know what you want to see at it. So that's why I would encourage people to come out, check it out, be a spectator. Even if you're just interested in thinking about getting involved in future years, come and check it out.
Right on. Are you doing the media tour this week?
Yeah, I am a little bit.
Talking to town.
Yeah, we'll
all
be
the
on,
media.
I think we'll be on Spectrum News on Thursday morning, early, like 6 a.m. hour. So we'll be on that on Thursday on the bikes at Thrive. So it'll be cool.
Okay. Are you live streaming any of it at all? Or?
No. So again, we have some challenges with live streaming, but we're working, hopefully going to be able to work that out for future years. But the cost was just unfortunately too much for us to take on for a first year event. Mm-hmm. So we're hoping to implement that down the road.
Oh, cool. Well, keep us in mind here.
Thank
at the D,
you.
down
Absolutely.
The road. Streaming and all
Love
your video
that.
purposes and all that stuff. So, you have an open door. Anytime you have an event
Thank
going on,
you.
whatever, we love to support. We love to help out.
Thank you. We love you guys. We appreciate it.
We like to get involved with the community and, of course, come back before the Heart Run.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We
Yeah.
will. Absolutely. Yeah, I'd love to bring Christine back, our executive director. You would love her. She's
have a
so
party.
great.
Yeah,
She's
more
awesome.
merrier.
Yeah, it'd be great for you to hear from her.
Awesome.
Yeah.
One more time, if people are interested in getting involved with Cyclenation, how can they go online and web address and all that?
Yep, cyclenation.org/Utica, or they can also email me at pamela.mustee@heart.org.
Okay, and then Heart Association, if they want to register for the American Greatest Heart Run and Walk.
Oh, you're killing me.
Why?
No, I'm just kidding. Because I don't remember the address off the top of my
You're
head.
killing it.
I know. I think it's America's or the Heart Run and Walk Utica.org maybe. If they Google America's Greatest Heart Run and Walk,
There you
it will
go.
come up.
Okay.
And I should know that. I'm disappointed in myself that I don't know that. But I've been Cyclenation nonstop for like the past week.
It's
so
been eating up your brain.
it has. It for real has. More coffee, please.
More coffee. We're fueled by Utica Coffee here around the
Yes.
D and over there at the American Heart Association.
Yes,
too.
for real.
We love our friends over at Utica Coffee. Pam, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me. It means a lot to have the support. So thank you.
Of course, this is what we're here for. This is what we want to do. We want to educate, inspire, and also deliver cool content and community activities like this.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
we talk about how things are going on in Utica.
Yeah.
And let's keep it going.
They
people.
are. They are.
Let's
positive.
keep it positive.
Yes.
Let's keep it going. The vibes are going big time. It's UticaHeartRunWalk.org.
Yes, thank you. UticaHeartRunWalk.org.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Yay!
Everybody out in Facebook land, if you could do me a favor and click the share button and help spread the word of Cyclenation. And
Yeah,
the
that would be
Heart Run
awesome.
Walk And the D and the Heart Association and the Stroke Association. We got a lot of things going on.
There is a lot of things going on. All good things.
All good things.
Yes.
Thank you again, Pam.
Thank you.
Thank you to our sponsors, EJA Moving Services. When you're ready to move and relocate, hit them up at 315-335-0516. Have Eddie break his back instead of you breaking your back when it comes time to move and relocate. It's pretty cool. With those guys, all you got to do is point and give direction, and they follow direction.
Yeah.
They're
I love it.
They're all coachable.
Awesome.
Very coachable.
Awesome.
So-
It's important to be coachable.
It really is. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com. Also, hit up my friends over at the Utica Hemp Company and see if CBD works for you. It helps me on a daily basis. So check them out at uticahempco.com, and you can stop into their 4 locations, one in Herkimer, one in New Hartford, Clinton, and Utica. Also, much love to Nye Volkswagen in Rome. My boy Mike Sacco. Give him some some love. Tell him you listen to the D. He's going to give you $250 off your vehicle purchase. Pretty simple and easy. I got my own promo code, so go down to Nye Volkswagen, which is located at 5865 Taberg Road in Rome, or hit them up online at nyvdubofrome.com. Tomorrow, I'm catching up with an old friend. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's podcast. My friend from Electric Blue and the Cosmic Truth, a band that used to rock the Electric Company back in the day. I'm catching up with my old friend Callie K. She's going to reminisce. We're both going to reminisce. Probably remind me of some of the stupid shit that I forgot about.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And
oh dear. That's always dangerous.
I blame her for the reason why I love Jameson so much.
Oh no.
And she's the reason behind that. And I'm going to get into that with her this week. Also got Justice McBride coming in this week and a whole bunch of stuff. So keep it locked here on the D. Coming up too tonight at 9:00, Unstoppable You. Heather Beebe going live from Puerto Rico.
Oh my God, that's going to be so great.
She's got like a couples retreat going
Heather
on.
is awesome. No, it's yeah,
she's
she
killing
does.
it.
Yes, she is killing it. She's fantastic.
So she's going to be Skyping in live from Puerto Rico, taking questions from her peanut gallery, if you will, so from her viewers and stuff like that. So that's going on around 9:00 from Unstoppable You live from Puerto Rico, Rincon, Puerto Rico. And then tomorrow at noon, All Pucked Up will go live, a big hockey podcast with Rich Masucci and Scott Kinville. So that should be a lot of fun. And then EC Radio, and Tuesdays get a little crazy around here. So, and Wednesdays and Thursdays.
He's so fun.
The only days that don't get crazy around here is Fridays, and I keep it that way.
On purpose.
Keep Fridays wide open.
Gotta shut down.
Shut down.
Yeah.
Have to.
Yes.
Shut down my brain. But
when you meditate.
I got to learn. I'm trying, Pam.
There's an app for that.
I'm trying. I know. There's YouTube videos too, and none of them are working for me.
The app's pretty cool though, because it like walks you through it. So there's a couple different apps if you just search it. But yeah.
So you're trying this too.
I am actually.
And then you do a lot of yoga too.
I do. Yeah. I do yoga. Yep.
I've been interested in trying yoga.
You would like it.
I think so.
You would.
I think so. Well, we'll see what happens.
I would love to see you in yoga class.
Yeah, you'd like to see me in yoga pants.
Yeah. That too.
No, you wouldn't. I clear a room out in my yoga pants. Anyways, Pam, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Coming.
Thanks for having me.
Good hang today, and we'll see you again before the American.
Yeah, for sure.
Greatest heart run and walk. I can never say that.
Yeah,
the heart run and walk. How about that?
Awesome. That's great.
We'll see you later. Bye,
Thank
people.
You. Bye, guys.
It's Bowling for the Bahamas and Celebrity Bowling Challenge to benefit the Bahamas Disaster Relief Fund. Sunday, December 1st, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. AMF Panorama Lanes, 1724 Genesee Street, Utica. Come have fun and enjoy a few games of bowling for a good cause. There will be prizes, food and drink specials, and some special challenges mixed in along the way. $20 per bowler or $100 per team includes 2 games and shoe rental. All proceeds go directly to the Bahamas Relief Foundation. That's Bowling for the Bahamas and Celebrity Bowling Challenge, presented by Disruption Network, Holy Pozzoli, and AMF Panorama Lanes. Sunday, December 1st, 1724 Genesee Street, Utica.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at Nye Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned, or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my Nye VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome, or visit us online at nyvwofrome.com.
Want to know what's going on at the D? Hit up DisruptionNetwork.net and check out our events calendar, brought to you by the Events Co. Find out about upcoming guests, special events, concerts, show schedules, community activities, and more. Get connected at DisruptionNetwork.net.